Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today we have the most expensive SUV from China, the most luxurious communistic car that ever been till today. Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome to the Chinese competitor of Mercedes GLS and BMW X7. For me it is the first hyper SUV that is in class of its own that it itself created. And in the near future we will see more and more 1000 plus brake horsepower hybrid SUVs from European and Asian established manufacturers. Because this car is outselling Europeans' ultra luxury SUV in many countries and they cannot keep up. So welcome everybody to YangWang U8. No idea did I pronounce it or not, but let's start the show. So design of the car is so strange that only mother can laugh and understand it. It is so ugly that if it was a girl, no one would invite it to a dance. Also, it's very toxic when you sit inside it. You literally feel very strange when you sit in it because of the radiation. It is as toxic as corrupt politician that was caught on huge bribe and SA cases. And even APAC refused to help him. Front has this strange face and it's shape that you're not used to. It shocks you because you've never seen such strange design in any SUV. But it has very deep culture, meaning it imitates design of a vessel that represents power and stability and status in China. The rest of the car does look like a very posh Range Rover Defender 110. Design at the back has the same concept as the front and it has the same strange look. And again you can feel Defender's DNA here. Side design is very interesting and pleasing for my eyes. In general, car does look very vivid and does stand out in traffic. There is no conventional European luxury appearance, no quiet wells. It does scream at you money, and as the emperor of car reviews, Sir Jeremy Clarkson would say, "Look at me, I'm rich," and this car does shout this every time. It represents new Chinese capital and Chinese influence and Chinese dominance not only in automotive world, but the same in the financial world. Today, China gives loans to poor countries, to African countries, to everybody with huge interest rate, and then when other states fail to pay them, they just take over the land. Just like USA did with the military, but China does it with the money. This car is a result of Germany losing profits and their positions on global car market. This car means that BYD right now has so much money that it can make 1200 brake horsepower SUV that does 0 to 100 kilometers in 3.6 seconds and has 22 speakers and can swim and does that on 22-inch rims. And in some markets it already outsells BMW X7 and Mercedes GLS, well-established luxury SUVs. And that's shocking. Interior will pleasantly surprise you with its huge variety of endless options that it has. When all the screens are turned off, interior does look very interesting and very appealing. In general, it is much better than the exterior. You have more conventional buttons, everything is more user-friendly. Does remind me of a Nissan Patrol, has the same interior vibe. I love the color and I love the buttons. I love everything about this interior. Everything is also electric and you have no need to do anything physically. For anything that you imagine, you have a button or a sensor in your screen that will do it for you. Even air vents are controlled from the screen. The directions of the air and how the blower works, the speed of the blower is controlled from the screen, and that's very new for me. Interior basically is perfect. It is luxurious and spacious and interesting, and it has very good materials everywhere, like real expensive leather everywhere. Seat belts will pull you really hard every time you just accelerate. Everything is in English and that's super rare. Usually ultra luxury cars from China have Chinese system, and big FU to anybody who doesn't speak Chinese. This infotainment system is pure English and it's nice English. As I said before, audio has excellent 22 speakers everywhere that are just perfect. I did enjoy every second on every song and it was wonderful. Also, we have massage seats everywhere, at the front, at the back, everywhere you want. Heated and ventilated also. Everything, as I said before, covered with nice, expensive leather. There are no cheap materials, nothing. Just all the plastic, everything that you can think of is covered with leather. And there were few BYD buttons, maybe 10% of BYD buttons were inside of the car, and everything else was custom made for this car. Unlike Bentley, unlike Lamborghini or VW Group, this car has different approach. Power is just astonishing in this vehicle. It has 4 electric motors inside of the each wheel that develops 300 brake horsepower. And in total, it develops 1200 brake horsepower. 0 to 100 will happen in 3.6 seconds. It is a real off-road car. And it's very good off-road. It has different modes to cope with different terrain, and it does it excellent. It has 4-cylinder 2-liter turbocharged engine that generates, I don't know how much brake horsepower, but basically it's not connected to the car, it's a generator, that's it. It just gives energy to the batteries. Also, this engine has its origins from Mitsubishi, but now it's fully built by BYD. All that information is very impressive and very special, but this car has some major issues. When I drove it, in a sport mode, this car gets slower and you feel the radiation kicking your nuts instantly and constantly, non-stop. I did feel like vomiting inside of this car. I felt nauseous and I felt the radiation, and it was, of course, it came with incredible performance. 1200 brake horsepower was just very aggressive, but I did feel that the battery generated some kind of, I don't know, I cannot describe it, but I felt really bad physically. Cameraman was also feeling not good after testing this car, after we drove it like insane people, but this is what happened to us. Maybe it is because of the sport mode, because the car is so big, so huge, and it does 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, and it does it in EV mode, and it's very strange. Maybe because of that, but I still believe that it's radiation. Also, many claim that this car does not make 1200 brake horsepower all the time. Maybe for a few seconds you will have this much power, but not for long. Many claim that this car does not make 1200 brake horsepower all the time. Maybe for a few seconds you have this much power, but then it just disappears. Unfortunately, I cannot prove it. I don't have any video of dyno test of this car, and we don't have dyno test machine here, so it's just assumptions and lucky guess maybe if we were correct. So if anybody can confirm that, please write in the comments. But when we tested the car in the sport mode, it did feel like 1200 brake horsepower, but we tested it for like few seconds and few times, that's it. But when you drive it in a normal mode, eco mode, it feels like shit. You just accelerate it, you just floor it, and nothing happens. It's just very conventional. There is no hyper thing, anything. If you want a 1200 brake horsepower, you put in the sport mode, it gets lowered, you get the radiation in your balls, and then it just flies away. Also, another drawback is the trunk. Trunk does not close automatically. This car has everything automatically, except of the trunk. It opens automatically, but not fully. It just opens a little bit, and that's it, and you have to physically open it, and that's very strange. Just releases the lock and pushes a little bit, and then that's it. Also, inside of the car we have construction foam everywhere, in the door, in the chassis, everywhere we have the foam, and that's very questionable sound isolation technique. I think they did it better for the, of course, sound isolation, and better for the floating capabilities, because this car can float if something happens for 30 minutes, and there are a billion videos of this car doing that and nothing happened to it. But again, no one recommends using it as a boat. It has huge difference in comfort mode and sport mode, and you can feel that. This car is very powerful, but it does not handle as smooth as BMW X7 and Mercedes GLS, but it is much better off-road. YangWang U8 can destroy any German car off-road from the luxury segment. There is no doubt about it. So 22-inch rims, quite soft off-road, half off-road, half performance tires, specially made for this car by Michelin, and that's, wow, 1200 brake horsepower. In eco mode, it doesn't feel 1200 brake horsepower, it feels more like 300-400 EV brake horsepower. In sport mode, it goes down, it lowers itself really good. Then the generator is working non-stop, and it gives you 1,200 brake horsepower. Just throws at you. There is a clip of that we did, not the full throttle, about maybe 30-40%. I got scared because it just threw me away. First of all, why I got scared? Public roads, very heavy traffic here, and the car physically is huge, enormous, and the weight, and I understand the numbers in my head. It can cope with that. It can brake. It can handle. It's really good in the corners. If you think like pay attention to the weight and everything, it's just excellent in the corners. It's not bad, and yeah. But again, taking the risk and just going full throttle anywhere in this car, you need to be in the special place, like special, I don't know, road that's not public. Here it's right now lunchtime, and a lot of people right now driving everywhere. So yeah, it is scary to test full speed. We did little bit and it just jumped. It's ready to go all the time. In eco mode, it's fine. It's very user friendly. You just drive it, and that's good. The response for the pedal is nice. You are not afraid. You want to use this car because it's good that they made the system like this. You want to put it in the sport mode. You want to do the 1,200 brake horsepower, all of it. Yeah, it lowers itself. It's ready. You ready? Then you drive it aggressively. But all other time you drive it 90%, 99% of the time you don't need all that power, and it doesn't go like that. It's very civilized, very smooth, no problem at all. It's good. You enjoy the leather, you enjoy luxury feature. The weird thing is that if you want 1,200 brake horsepower, it will ready to give it to you. It prepares itself. It prepares yourself. You prepare, and then it gives you all the right warning signs, everything that we are ready to fly away, and it does fly away. It just throws you into the seat, all your guts go inside, and the scariest part is the size of the car. You physically do not understand how such a big, heavy SUV can just fly away. That's scary. That's very scary, and you don't want this. And it's good when it has eco mode. You just drive it, good, everything is nice, you enjoy it, it's civilized, you can use it every day. It's a big SUV, and that's it. It's a big, luxurious SUV. Unfortunately, there's something on my mind that I cannot ignore. The first thing, like, it is better than the X7 and the GLS Mercedes. If we look at it as a device, if we look at the numbers, if we look at the things that it can do, fuel consumption, power output, handling, off-road capabilities, those two cars cannot do off-road at all. This one does. Swimming, like everything combined, it destroys Germans. The only thing left is mentality. I'm, as you know, my subscribers, I'm a huge fan of German cars, European cars, Japanese cars, everything that is old, everything that is 20 years old. I'm just plus 20 years old. I'm a huge fan. And for me, like, I want to lie and say the Germans much better. I want the engine noise. I want the engine noise. But again, engine noise and 1,200 brake horsepower, 1,200 brake horsepower always wins. That's just something that you cannot ignore, unfortunately. If I had $150,000 and we're looking for a luxury SUV, this is a huge thing that I would consider. This is just something very, very interesting, very appealing. You cannot ignore advantages of this vehicle, whether you like it or not. Chinese are taking over, and yeah, does it worth $150,000? Absolutely, absolutely, it worth it. It's just the technology, the sound, everything here is just amazing. Am I happy? No, I'm not, because I don't like the hybrid technology. I don't like the EV, all this. I hate it. I hate it. But, I have to give you that's my obligation to give you an honest review. is just something that you cannot ignore, unfortunately. You see this Range Rover Defender with the V8 and the kit that throwing everything with Tajik number plates. It's also, I think, $110,000-$120,000 fully spec, and this one just destroys it. It looks like that also. It just destroys it. And that's very, very sad. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this car. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, share my video. We are doing this full time. I'm investing my own money and to live in a dream where I'm a self-sufficient, self-sustaining YouTube blogger, car reviewer, and everything like that. Take care and bye-bye.
Все это.
Я думал, у тебя будет. А нет, он сам такой. Чуть-чуть сделать он сам. Багажник, точка. Багажник? Ну-ка. А ну-ка, он закроется, нет? Сука. Блять. Это мы где-то ставим. Сейчас. Все. Который реально не доручен. Тут этот есть, как его. Какие добрые, хорошие сотрудники Туронавто. Нет. Спорт плюс, вот он выключим. Нет, выключим. VOT. Нет, тоже не надо нам. Такое есть, вот так есть, еще вот так есть, прям вот так. Можно ехать спокойно. Солнце осветит там.